Mitakiepi, my very, very beloved relatives of our beloved human family. I want to give you a very warm handshake and embrace with great happiness to have with us a dear, dear sister, Dot Maver. Sister Dot, for more than 30 years, has been studying the movement of this universe and how the stars and the planets throughout seemingly these unlimited vast spaces, in fact, are directly related to all that's happening in the universe, including what's happening with our human family. And so I was so inspired because it was realized by many indigenous peoples that this important timing was coming towards the end of 2020, December 21st, 2020. And then the urgency to begin November 2nd, to begin praying through this process. And then before that time, to a dear sister Fumi, and may peace prevail on earth, was able to have this incredible, wonderful, insightful visit and conversation with dear sister Dot. So Mitaki Epi, today I'm just going to just invite dear sister Dot just to share with us this incredible time we're in that began November 2nd and looking towards December 21st. And then Barbara Marx Hubbard's birthday on December 22nd, which is only fitting because that 22nd will begin to realize we are in that day that shall not be followed by night. So dear sister Dot.
Mm. Oh, heartfelt gratitude. It is an honor. And hello, heartfelt hello to all my brothers and sisters with whom I am now sharing. And yes, I too appreciated that conversation very much, Brother Phil, and appreciate your posts giving deep, deep wisdom into the world through your sharings and this sense of the inner knowing of our Indigenous brothers and sisters around the world that we are coming to grasp as the knowing for all of us. So gratitude.
Thank you.
And let me begin by saying that when we were speaking, what I just became on fire with this, because we are living at a moment in time when all of the great cycles are turning and changing at once. From the greater 250,000 year cycle to 25,000 year cycle to 2,500 year cycle. I mean, the experience of shifting, as we know, from the Piscean energies into the Aquarian energies. And so what is happening is we are experiencing this all systems breakdown on the planet. At the same time, simultaneously experiencing an all systems breakthrough. And when we stay identified in the life aspect, in the heart of hearts, the cosmic heart herself, with the mother, the great mother, we then know that this is all part of what is unfolding on this beautiful planet we all call home. So when you mentioned November 2nd, 2020, was the heliocentric conjunction, the exact coming together heliocentrically of Saturn, one of the great planets, and Jupiter, another. And as Saturn and Jupiter come together, representing light and love in the heavens, they come together in Aquarius for the first time in many, many, many years. And in fact, they will be together then 49 days later. And I think of the 49 fires, right? 49 days later on solstice in December, the 21st, they will come together geocentrically, the way we recognize traditionally in astrology, a conjunction in the sky. And it is said that when Saturn and Jupiter came together in Pisces at 0 degrees Pisces, Jesus was born. And when Saturn and and Jupiter came together at 0 degrees Taurus, way, way back, it was the Buddha. And we could go back and back to each of these signs, and a great one is born among us. So, what does it herald? That in 2020, on December 21st, these two great planets, Saturn, Father Time, the planet that oversees our karma, and Jupiter, that great planet of benevolence and joy and opportunity, come together exactly at 0 degrees Aquarius. And it will happen 4 times over the next period of times. The next one would be 80 years later. Well, the three magi, according to the Christian tradition, right, followed the star. Well, I would say they were following the stars. Those two in the sky became the Star of Bethlehem. It was so bright. It will happen again in Aquarius on December 21st. And that bright star heralds what? That's the question for us to answer. And I think you answer that actually better than me, Brother Phil. But by whatever name, the coming one, Maitreya, the reappearance of the Christ, by Allah, by whatever name, maybe it's in our hearts. Maybe it's the heart of humanity awakening. Maybe that's what it is this time. But the other piece of this is that the dual origins must come together in fiery equilibrium, or we will never know peace on earth. We cannot continue patriarchal, matriarchal, mostly patriarchal societies and influence.
Yes.
We must come together. And so you see the mother of the world behind me here. So the great mother comes forth and lifts her veil after all these centuries. It was so painful. Her children were too violent and couldn't get along. She's lifting her veil as we come to the 21st of December, and those dual origins, the male and female, will come into a fiery balance, a fiery equilibrium over these next years and centuries. And that is why we're here right now. We are here to mark that, to speak to that, to pray to that, to herald that, to honor that.
Yes. And when we first visited, you mentioned as well, going forward from the time of Jesus, this occurred at the same time as well as Muhammad's coming.
Yes. Yes. So, yes, exactly. This is the conjunction. And so I call it astrologic. And when we look at it through those eyes of the heart, and we recognize our oneness, the depth of our interconnectedness, there is no question now. And so it is time for us to come together in unity,
Yes.
and to stand in that knowing,
Yes.
and to look to the skies and say, hail, brothers and sisters.
Yes. 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 You know, Tushunka Recall, for me, really so beautifully pictured this time I believe we're in the prophecy, that he said, and we were one heart and one mind in many bodies. So if we really, from my perspective, hear the words and wisdom of our elders and those great spiritual messengers that have come to us throughout history, we know that when we are conceived in this physical plane of time and space, we are conceived, each of us, as sovereignty, ancient, imperishable, and everlasting. So as we arise, each of us, realizing each of us is a sovereignty, ancient, imperishable, and everlasting, we rise together in one heart and one mind in many bodies. In a whole new era where we're leaving behind this individual leadership, because we need no participation, no development, no unity, no development, no vision, no development. And it's a collective vision coming from every dimension of our sacred human family together. is going to blend this together into this incredible, incredible time we've been waiting for and praying for. And all the great poets and visionaries have longed to be here at this time with us.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And I so appreciate that you speak of the great heart of the universe. And it in the ageless wisdom that I am most familiar with, we are told that our hearts are on loan to us. So, and when we unite our hearts across distance and learn to live through the heart and breathe through the heart and speak through the heart, we come to know ourselves as one. And it is only the heart that can bring us that
Yes.
knowing.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you just so beautifully articulated the sacred teachings of Black Elk so beautifully, because he said, beloved Black Elk said, that the center of the universe is everywhere. And when you're in your center in peace and I'm in my center, you have peace. Because first the peace is within. And
Yes.
so forth.
Exactly. Yeah. So deeply appreciate this opportunity to have this conversation and to share and to learn so much always as you share and so many others share around the world, and what was brought to World Unity Week and what has been brought to the peace efforts. So yeah, bless you and thank you, Brother Phil.
And bless you. And let's look forward to having a little visit as we go in deeper into this time.
Please. Yes,
Let's
please.
do that, because the surprises yet, even maybe tomorrow, we don't know. But what you're picturing is going to be something. We're on a really quite a beautiful ride. We got fresh horses.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And this is the first time in human history that so many of us are conscious of what is happening. That is what is so powerful as well.
So do you happen to have something so we can celebrate a global silent minute?
Yes, yes. So let us take just a moment and unite our hearts across distance. North, south, east, and west. And let us become aware of our unity in the one heart, the great cosmic heart, the great heart of the mother. And as we do so, we realize that the power of silence is greater than we know. And in fact, silence is action. And we take just a moment and we invite all those on the other side of the veil. And the truth is, there is no separation. Indeed, no veil. And we invite all those who right now are not in incarnation to assist us as we anchor this heart knowledge, and as we call forth global cooperation, unity, peace, and freedom. We take 1 minute together. And so it is. You're muted, Brother Phil. You're muted.
Good thing was if somebody can help us out. Dear sister, thank you so, so much. So, so much. And I want to conclude with saying I'm 100 million times with us, with you and with us. And we'll include that with our old way we conclude what we have to say. Shungmano he meyodo, Chanupa Sapa he meyodo. My names are Chanupa Sapa and Shungmano, and I stand responsible before the Creator for my words and my actions. Thank you so much. How
Oh.